Hello everyone. Today I will be playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. I will be providing additional commentary. So let's just jump into it, shall we? This game, it has a special place in my heart. It is a comfort game that I have always returned to when other games have caused me too much distress or have worn me out. Or if I had no games to play, I would always return to this game. Maybe for a moment, yes, but the allure of climbing the mountain with my hammer and pot always
There's no
excited
feeling more
me.
intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
That's what I've always loved about the game. It's always very much aware
Alright,
of its own.
thanks for coming with me on this trip.
No? Oh,
I'll understand if you have to take a
continue.
break at any point.
Okay.
Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
Well, the game
This game
makes
is a
clear-
homage to a free game that came out in
Could I
2002
finish?
titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Well, it's good that he mentions the B game now, because it's
In
very
a certain way,
integral
Sexy
to-
Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time.
Okay.
In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
I've always found that aspect of the game very fascinating.
Anyway, when you start
and
Sexy
just
Hiking,
gonna
you're
interrupt
standing next
me
to this
again.
dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real.
I really love the game philosophy idea he brings up
The
here.
obstacles in Sexy Hiking are
You
unyielding,
could let me finish.
and that makes the game
you know,
uniquely
I
frustrating.
But
But I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a
you
frustrating
talk,
game.
and you talk
The
over
frustration
me,
is just
but
essential
no,
to the act of
no,
climbing,
okay.
and it's authentic to the process
Sure, just
of building a game.
continue ramming right through any
funny
single
thing
that
happened to me
want
as I was
say.
building
Sure,
this mountain.
that's fine.
I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
Are you done yet? Or do
When you're
I
building
not?
a video game
Okay,
world,
sure,
you're building with
right.
ideas.
Yes, of
And
course.
that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Are you done? Well, I suppose I could continue. Unless if you're wanting to interrupt me again, that is. No? Okay then. Well, this is good. We can actually talk about a very interesting aspect of the game that you just brought up. The fact that during the development
For
of the
years now,
and I
people
was
have been
just
predicting
about
that
to make
games would soon be made out of
point.
prefabricated
No,
objects,
no,
bought in a store
you
and assembled into
have
a world.
to talk over
For
me
the most
now,
part, that
don't
hasn't
you?
happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that
He
they're
likes
badly
doing
made,
this a lot,
although a lot of
doesn't
them
he?
are.
Just picking
I mean they're
the
trash in the way that
opportune
food
moment.
becomes
I'm
trash
still
as soon as you put it
talking.
in the sink.
The,
Things are made to be consumed and used
and he's
in a
still
certain
talking as
context.
well.
And once the moment is
He
gone,
just
they
keeps
transform
on
into garbage.
talking as well.
In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Yes, I know what
Over
he means
time,
when he...
we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age. And you could build culture out of trash, but only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy.
It's actually very interesting talking about
Maybe
trash
this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Are you
There's
done?
3D models
No,
of
no!
breakfast, Gen X's
No,
fanfic
you're not
novels,
fucking
scan
done,
magazines,
are you?
green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untitled.
Are you done with your little fucking poem?
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh.
Yeah.
And there's years of persevering, disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
No, I know what it means, are just consumerist
In this context,
culture.
it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things?
It's fucking fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
When games win you, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
See, sometimes you just really don't understand
know,
what the fuck
most
he's
likely you're
saying, so
watching
he
this
could
on
just
YouTube
fuck
or
himself
Twitch,
in the
while
asshole.
some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
This culture. And if you'll let me talk, which I think you will, because his jazz music is out of sight. Okay, not any interruptions so far. Alright. Well, okay, oh, yes, okay. Something I've always found interesting about the game, actually, is its use of assets. Because while the game is a B game that reuses assets...
But on the off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be approachable. What's the feeling like? Are you stressed? I guess you don't hate it if you got this far. Feeling frustrated? It's underrated.
You know, what's funny about that is that because... Oh, that's odd. My mouse has stopped working. Oh, no, it's back to normal. All is well. Anyway, as I was saying, because he interrupted me during my point that I was very happy to talk about. I mean, I was actually going to... I had a fully formed idea for something to talk about instead of the meaningless commentary and blank silence I've been giving to you almost all of the time. Instead, he revoked that right from me. You see, I can't talk about it anymore because he interrupted me, so it'd be rude for me to start off without something that he talked about. But at the same time, I was so enthralled in what I was saying, I didn't hear what he said, so I can't talk about what he said either. Do you see this paradoxical situation I'm in?
Is sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Steal that from someone smarter than you as well, you Australian fuck. I don't know why I'm using Australian as an insult. I mean, like, French would make sense, but Australians are cool, but he isn't. But, you know, I apologise. I apologise to you, my dear viewer. I apologise to Bennett Foddy. It seems that I've let my personal feelings get in the way of this gameplay commentary, and it seems that we have gotten off course by a bit, I will admit, but it's going to be okay. It's all going to be okay, because we're not going to be interrupted again. And even if we are, we will handle it with grace. We are professionals. We are professionals. So, let's continue to climb the mountain in all of its grace and take it in and speak our mind without the constant interruption, because it will come like death, but in the end we have to accept it as a part of life, that we will always be interrupted, but that's okay. It's okay to be interrupted. It's okay to be interrupted, because we still understand.
It feels like we're closer now. Composer and climber, designer. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue.
Oh, Jesus. You know, being so close to the summit, I tire of this game. These cauldrons. Anyway, should I even try add any commentary? Would it even matter? It seems my efforts to provide any sort of meaning to this is for naught. My attempts are pointless, in vain. If I ever even try to just think...
It means a lot to me that you've come this far, endured this much. Every wisecrack, every insensitivity, every setback you've forgiven me is a kingly gift that you've given me.
Okay. You don't even let me finish that point. Have you ever considered killing yourself? Sorry, no. Everyone, I apologize for my bad manners. Surely the game must be at work then.
You fell from
Making
above,
us all...
but I know you won't linger here. Your hammer's no longer, your jump is no stronger, but your hunger will tell.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
hour of
okay.
lead.
No,
Remember, you
yeah.
outlive. As freezing persons recollect the snow, first chill, then stupor, then the letting go. Emily Dickinson.
Are you done yet? Are you done? This game not even acknowledging its gameplay is the most infuriating game imaginable. I mean, I, I, I am too angered to even comprehend what quote he just threw at me. And truly, it's amazing how this game just manages to annoy the ever-living fuck out of me. I mean, I truly mean it in the highest regard possible. I love this game immensely, and it has never infuriated me before.
We have
I mean,
the same
truly
taste,
not.
you and I.
And will you shut the
It's not
fuck
ambition.
up?
It's
I
ambition's
mean,
opposite.
sweet Jesus.
An obdurate mission
Yes,
to taste
mission
defeat.
defeat.
You'll feel bad
But
if
have
you
you
win.
ever
So I put this
thought
snake in
about
for you.
hanging yourself? Are you done? Are you done? Or do you want more? Do you want more attention? Do you want more attention? You child? You sad little child? You know what? I'm just done with him. I'm just gonna act like he doesn't exist. He doesn't exist. I can just say what I want to say. Just talk over him. Because he isn't there. He doesn't exist. Oh. Oh. Oh god, I love this game. I mean, truly. What an amazing game. We can finally talk. Just you and I. You know. All one-to-one. Isn't this nice? The cold silence. Sweet bliss. Truly. So many things to talk about this game. I mean, really, to get into all of those little details, it's just truly a treat. I delight.
Have you thought about who you are in this? Are you the melting apart Diogenes? Are you his hand? Are you the top of his hammer? I think not. Where your hand moves, the hammer may not follow, nor the man, nor the man's hand. In this you're his will, his intent, the embodied resolve in his uphill ascent.
And I see, so you must be that small object shoved up Diogenes' rectum, correct? God, you suck just so much. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. You know, in all fairness, he brought up a fair point. An actual point that we could talk about. I mean, we could actually discuss it. We could ponder its philosophical meanings. Thank you, Mr. Foddy. And we'll have all the time in the world to talk about it. I mean, where do I begin? Well, in my humble opinion, I believe Diogenes to be less, or I suppose us, in this situation. We are not necessarily... We are and not...
The ice cliff, the platforms, the church, and the rectory, the living room and the factory, the playground, the construction site, the granite rocks in the lakeside. You've learned to hike. There's no way left to go but up, and in a moment I'll shut up. But let me say, I'm glad you came.
You're gonna shut up and... I mean, I was literally just about to talk about that point you left on earlier, but sure, no.
I dedicate this game to you.
No, okay, we can't
Anyone
even
who
talk
came
about
this
that previous
far.
point. No.
I give it to you with all my love.
I'm just fucking stuck. No. Just stuck here doing fuck all. No. No. Nope. No. Oh my god, I hate this game. And up we go. So, that was Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, if you couldn't tell. Now, thinking back in this game and on the philosophical wanderings it leaves us on, one might begin to question the entire AI. Fuck off. Fuck this. Fuck off. Turn it in.
I'm going down this road feeling bad, and I ain't gonna be treated this away. I'm going where the chill wind never blows. Lord, I'm going where that chill wind never blows. I'm going